Hey everyone, Kyle once again. Welcome back to the next episode review of Failure Frame, episode 9. And I would say, once again, another great episode. Whoever knew that taking that one week off would improve the episodes onward so significantly. I mean, just from then on, up until now, for that 1 week break, up until now, the animation, no shoddy 3D shots when talking or anything. The animation has been improved immensely. And I think that's what one of the main people are complaining about. And I'm sure all those so-called naysayers who think negatively of the show, I'm probably sure been proven wrong though. But if there is still, I won't get it though. But I think this show has been improved since then. Not only did they fix the problem, the main problem, yes, but I just really I enjoy more because now with the characters have improved more. I mean, Toka, his history, especially the opening with his strategic plan to get those hooded guys, right, that they claim they took down the Black Dragon Knights, right? I mean, the whole plan is that to make him, have them fall, like, look at the hooded guys, they come in, right? And Sarah's out there on her own wearing the helmet, right? And how do they make them fall? Because, okay, hey, are you the one who did it, right? Or no, you obviously didn't do it alone, right? And Sarah's acting, like, okay, yes, I'm the one who did it, right? So, but they know that's a straight out lie. Where are the others? Oh, they're back here. I'll take you to them, right? And then, of course, the leader of the group, right, is like, no, we're not falling for that. Obviously, if you take us to the forest, we'll be attacked, ambushed, right? We're just gonna stay out here, right? We're just going to stay out here. And because we're not going to fall for your trick of just, you're going to lead us to a forest. Obviously, it's going to be an ambush. And explaining how, we take the credit. We take the credit with this so-called, either with the world's strongest man, with the so-called curse, which say that doesn't exist. And make us think we're these great warriors, right? And when she reveals herself as Sarah's the elf knight, right? Oh, and so okay, it does kind of make sense, but since you are the top knight, right? But still, they're not convinced that you did it alone, though. Even if so, of course, the leader scans her body, of course, and is afterwards weeping saying, "Oh, please bear my child," right? Of course, is saying that as well. And so, but they just let their guard down by just explaining all this, and with Toka, with using Piggy Moro like he did the last time with the Knights, the Black Dragon Knights, using Piggy Moro as an extension to get in range, and just paralyze and poisons the hell out of them. I'm like, hats off once again to Toka, hats off once again. Now, part of me was like that Sarah's did not know about this plan though, but I know she did. Probably she did. I was gonna say maybe part of it she didn't know about though, but I'm pretty sure that was part of the plan though. But all of them, just like, yep. Hats off to Toka once again. Just paralyzes and poisons the hell out of them. And then came in when the Duke, who was going to rig that Coliseum for that match for Eve and keep that girl to himself, right? He comes charging in, and I think it appears that he's there was more knights that surrounding them, but Toka uses more of his paralyzed stuff, right, and poison too. But apparently he can't do it for the rest of them because apparently he's hit his maximum limit. I guess it's apparently on the video game screen there is a limit of 80 people that he can do. So he's hit his limit on that. But he can still use his other powers like the dark, right? Like his dark magic that make obscure their vision so they can't see. So wherever he hits his limits on those, he has more that he can still use, of spells he can still use. And he lets Eve take over, and she goes and she's decapitating guys, stabbing him in the head and chest areas, until the Duke, it's all on his own, and he paralyzes him. And I do like the cool line that Eve says, like, well, if you just came after me, then I probably would forgive you, though. But since you were going after the kid as well, Liz, no forgiveness. And she just goes and decapitates that guy, that scum, that scumbag. I'm like, yes. Which I'm like, applause to that, because yes, taking out all these scumbags, including that fat ass bitch from the last episode, you know, all these scumbags, yes. Because after that, there was this guy who's sitting on this king sitting on his throne, learns about what happened to that group, right? And it's like, oh man, I was gonna use those as pawns, and I don't want to deal with that goddess. I'm like, well, who doesn't? Because she's an evil bitch, you know. So who doesn't want to deal with her? I'm like, oh boy. Well, eventually, if she finds out, then you're probably dead as well, so-called king on your throne. And so then they were later they nestle at this cave, and Liz, the dark elf girl, right, talking to Sarah's, and of course she sees her fine figure, right, and she's like, you know, well, you know, what if if I don't get a chest like that, I won't become a proper woman. And Sarah's like, because it was some bullshit that fat ass bitch told her while she was at that place. And Sarah's like, no, that's not true at all, you know. Just forget whatever she said. Just trust the words that who you're with. And so that makes her feel better. And then at the campfire, says the chemistry between Toka and Sarah, I could definitely see something is there, you know. I'm like, well, there's chemistry between them, but I'm like more to that chemistry, right? And they're saying, like, if either one of them is tired, they have one lay on each other's lap, right? That's the kind of chemistry I'm trying to say. Try to have either one of them lay on each other's lap. And of course, what Toka wanted to touch Sarah's ears, right? And so then you get this good part where, I mean, listen, Sarah, she's so pure-hearted, right? Even to go along with Toka's his whole revenge plan, right? I mean, there was a point where during this conversation, I mean, Toka was like, you know what? I'm not a good person, right? You know, this whole I'm here for is for revenge. That's it, right? And why you, Sarah, and Eve and they're so good to me because, you know, they remind him of his aunt and uncle, right? Where he wished to go back to, because they're the one that treat him better, unlike his shitty mom and the shitty stepdad, you know. And then she also, with Liz, he sees her in her place, right? Because they both had shitty environments, you know, being abused, right? So he totally relates to her in that aspect, which, yes, understandable. And says, you know, that I'm not a good person, I'm here for revenge, I'll kill who threatens me, and anyone who gets in my way of my plan of revenge. So yeah, he says he's not a good person because of that, but it's like, well, I totally understand where he's coming from, though. But if it was me, yeah, I'll probably get my revenge on those assholes too, you know. especially then later we standing outside on this cliff, you know, saying, "I'll kill that goddess." Right? I'm like, yes, I just can't wait for her to get her comeuppance as well. Which is like, "Oh, kill," you know. He keeps on saying. And then we cut to, speaking of that goddess, we cut to that bitch with her new demon army with the Toka's classmates. You know, you're the new improved demon army, she says, and speaking all this bullshit, you know. And then when they cut to back to the after the credits, after this, we cut to with Toka, because he had that bag that just gives him random food, right? It's some kind of white chocolate biscuit or something like that. And just like they're all eating it, and Eve, Liz, and Sarah's like, oh wow, this is really good, you know. Never had anything like this before. Well, of course, in this world where they're serving nothing like that, though, of course they think it's absolutely delicious, like the best thing they've ever eaten. And before that, since they're like a party now, they want to have a name for themselves so that people can know who they are, right? So they decided to call them Sarah decides to give them the name the Lord of the Flies Brigade. Considering that the mask, that Toga bought is called like Lord of the Flies, so they decided so Sarah decides to give them the name. Their whole party, Lord of the Flies Brigade. Which I'm like, okay, yeah, this is they accept the name. We're the Lord of the Flies Brigade. And so they're on their way to that demon zone as well to find that witch to decipher that ancient words that he wants to decipher. And with that, Liz also got a new dress, so she's no longer in those dirty, ragged clothes. So yeah, I'm like, yeah, good. A party has now been formed, the Lord of the Flies Brigade. So this has been a really great episode, you know. I'm like, with Eve got her moments to kick some ass, decapitate that scumbag Duke. Toka once again, hats off, you know, using Pigimoru, you know, to reach the limit to just destroy all those stupid the hoodie guys, everywhere with their party is called, but to claim that, you know, hey, we're the one who took it down, but we still claim that we did, even though we didn't do it though. And he goes. I also like the part where he gets the idea where Toka to freeze them and then shatter them, since leaving no traces. Say, hey, if anyone wants to do it, let them. Not even them should exist. So, I mean, it's been. Listen, not only through the animation has been improved. Like I said, who knew that 1 week break just gives them the time to improve the animation of the characters? So no more shoddy 3D moments there. You know, when it comes to the action, yes, of course, but it's like when they're standing still talking, right? Which has been really been improved for. So this especially isekai, you know, to those people who say, oh, this is now good because of that stuff, well, here you go, it's been improved, you know. And I just really did like the moment where, just like with Toga telling Sarah, you know, that I'm not the good person you think, though. I was doing this for revenge this whole time, you know. And the fact that, you know, Sarah is too good-hearted, you know, to go along with this plan, but I can still see that there is definitely chemistry between the two of them, you know. So, and then name themselves the Lord that got their name of their party, you know, Lord of the Flies Brigade. So yeah, episode 9 has been a really good episode, you know. I think it's been a great episode and been improving. I'm hoping it keeps on improving, you know. So we're episode 9. We've got basically maybe 3 more episodes to go. I think. If the way it's gonna go, maybe there will be a second season, and I hope so. But it doesn't feel rushed though. It doesn't feel rushed to me though, because they still have to take the time to go to that witches to decipher those words. So if it keeps on going at this pace, though, maybe there will be a second season. So. But all the positive things I said about it, really great. So, episode 9, Failure Frame, great episode. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and we'll see you next time. Later.